All right, what's up, guys? I wasn't planning to do this, but I decided this Chiefs-Titans game was pretty darn exciting, coming down to the wire here in the last few minutes. I thought, what the heck, let's go catch the end of this. Yeah, I'm late. I wasn't going to do this, folks, but here we go. Deadly Skills, Dylan Fellner, Card Collector 11, Brendan Holcomb, Caleb Christ, Chaz Seahawks for life, Garcia. I'm not going to do calls today. I'm just going to watch this game, but you guys can chat, and I'll try to interact with your chat here. I'm behind, I'm sure, because of the delay in the stream and my feed here. So at this point, it's 3:22 left in the game with a 1st and 10 by the Chiefs. Run to the middle. Chiefs down by 1. Titans mounted this comeback down, what was it, 21-3. Now they took the lead 22-21 in an instant classic. 14-2, a little off. John 3:16 had to call out my prediction video. Hey, man, I went 14-2. I knew it was a little bit of a reach, but man, I didn't think we'd be like 9-7. We could have easily been, we could have been 14-2, but you know, we didn't have it this year. Just didn't have it. Ale De Leon from the Philippines. Oh, what time is it over there? Tyler Parcher, what's up? Gangrene David, what's up? What do we got here? We got on my screen, I've got a 2nd and 9. Chiefs at the Titans 44-yard line. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Single setback. Smith, snap. 3-step drop. Throws left side. Broken up. Intended for Harris, number 84. Nice defensive play by the Titans. I have to probably say this wasn't a game I was really had much going for which team I was going to really go for, but I figure since the Titans beat us, you know, might as well root for the team that beats you. That way you don't feel so bad about yourself, right? Actually, I do like the Titans in this game. I mean, I'm kind of rooting for them just because I just have this feeling the Chiefs are going to – they always find a way to choke in the first round of the playoffs. Let's say they do it again. Smith, under pressure, scrambling. He is not going to get there. Taking down the last scrimmage. That's a sack, and that's a 4th down play, and Kansas City's going to have to punt this ball or go for it. Probably punt it, try to pin them deep with 2.5 minutes left in this game. Wolf wants to know who's gonna win, the Rams or the Falcons? And that game is intriguing. That game is intriguing. Hold on. Kansas City is gonna go for it. I think that's the way they want to think about it. Yeah, Rams versus Falcons. I've been thinking about this. Who do I want to win here? Because as a Seahawks fan, of course, you know, both teams kind of annoy the heck out of me because they've done bad things to us. Rams, of course, divisional rival. Falcons spoiled our playoff situations more than one occasion. So it's kind of like pick your poison. There's that thought process where it's like, well, if the divisional opponent wins, well, it's good for your division because, you know, anytime your division does well in the playoffs, maybe goes to the Super Bowl, it brings your division up. I don't know if I buy all that. Sounds good on paper, but in all reality, all it means is that more you Rams fans out there and to do that much more trash talking we got to hear about throughout the rest of the year. So I don't know if I want that. Then I got Dave Slita. He's got his new channel now. What do you call it now? David in ATL or David in Atlanta. Used to be Sports Live in the ATL. We've done a lot of collaborations with him as a Falcons fan. I've lost a couple of bets to him now. So at the same time, you know, I have reason to root against them. Smith drops back, throws deep. Oh, it's incomplete. Overthrown, but well covered anyway. And the Titans will take over with very good field position. I question that call, actually, because you give them a short field now with plenty of time. 2 minutes 9 seconds, 2-minute warning, and a timeout. Titans only need to get in a field goal range to win this. Or actually, no, what I'm talking about. They're already ahead. All they got to do is run this, get this into field goal range and possibly solidify this win. Chiefs have all their timeouts, so they can get the clock. That was almost caught, slightly overthrown. I feel bad for the Chiefs, sort of, just because I'm sure their fans were feeling pretty good about this game not more than an hour ago. Let's see what happens here with the last play before the 2-minute warning snap. I formation give to Travis to Henry. He bounces out to the left. Man, that guy can get out of trouble. Look at that. And he stays in bounds smartly, lets the clock get to the 2-minute warning. I can't believe they couldn't stop him. Man, I miss watching a run game. It's like watching these other teams with run games make you so green with envy. Look at it. Look like there's nothing there. It's all bottled up. He just bounces outside, beats him around the corner, stays in bounds. Crazy. Anyway, Dylan Fellner, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Says I'm the best. You're the best around. Let's see. Yeah, so long answer to that. Who am I rooting for? Falcons or Rams? I'm going to have to say I'm going to have to go with the Falcons. Because there's a sick part of me that wants to see the Falcons possibly even go back to the Super Bowl and either come back and exact revenge on the Patriots or choke again. That'd be funny if they went up 28-3 one more time just to watch them blow it again. I don't think they could go on after that. Who else is out there? Let me scroll back a little bit here, and we got here Justin Barang told Fetty is terrible. He is terrible. Tyler Parcher, Jason Miller, Complex Tripod. Where do these names come from anyway? Foster Curry 30, Jake Reynolds. What do I think the Seahawks will do in the offseason? Well, they got lots of decisions to make, obviously, with all the free agents that they got. And even the guys who aren't free agents, they might decide to make moves with, just because I had somebody bring up NorbCam, Dwayne Brown isn't a free agent. Well, he's not, but that doesn't mean that they're not opposed to moving him. I did some cap research and saw that Dwayne Brown, if they decide to keep him, that's like almost a $10 million hit. If they keep him, they could not keep him and then save that money and try to put it elsewhere. But that's a tough one because Dwayne Brown, I think, would be cool to have. PJ is bald. Boo Patriots, boo Panthers, and boo Steelers. I'm definitely not going for the Panthers. I think it would be kind of cool. The Saints, I wouldn't be too upset if the Saints got in. I don't have much issue with the Saints. We've actually had pretty good success against them in postseason, so I don't have too many bad memories with them. Plus, I like Drew Brees. I respect that guy. And I got a lot of friends over in the Saints side. Here we go. After the 2-minute warning, handoff. Oh my gosh, is this a fumble? It's a fumble. Oh my God. No way. No way. Marcus Peters made a hit on Travis Henry. He coughed up the ball. And it was taken back for a touchdown the other way by Kansas City. You've got to be kidding me. No way. Is he down? Is he? He's down. Oh, he's so down. Sorry, folks, Kansas City. He was so down. Nope, not going to happen. Play's not going to happen. Wow, that would have been a huge... Nope. No, he had a hip down on the ground for what looked like a long time. Of course, that's all in slow motion, but nope. Looks like Titans will get the ball back with a buck. Probably they'll probably bring the clock back to about buck 53 or 54. So, they dodged the bullet big time. Are you guys watching this? It's crazy. Oh, David in Atlanta. There he is. He's in there. David in Atlanta. Slita getting ready for his game coming up here shortly. What's up, man? I don't know. Maybe I should open up the phone line. Should I, guys? We'll do some phone calls and game reactions at the same time. It's hard to multitask, though. Totally winging this one. This was totally unplanned, by the way. Yes, David in Atlanta. Slita. Sorry I haven't been able to talk to you much this week. It's been a little... been a little busy. Of course, not busy not being in the playoffs, but busy with, I'm up to my eyeballs in volleyball with my girls now, so it's pretty crazy. Jiraiya plays, wants to know what happened. Well, Titans have been trying to run this clock down, and it looked like he had fumbled the ball, and the Chiefs took it back for an apparent touchdown, but it is not. It's going to be down by contact here at about the 44-yard line of 46-yard line of Kansas City, with 1:58 left in the game. And there's the official call, down by contact. David in Atlanta, Slita. Yep, I'm doing a live stream, Norb. Come join. I texted you. That's the other problem. I left my phone in my wife's car, and she's out getting her nails done and stuff, so I don't even have my phone. I can't even get to my texts right now, so I'm missing everything. Can't go live on my phone, but I can go live on call-ins here, and we can just what the heck? We can just talk things out and have a little impromptu fun here before the second wildcard game gets going. All right, let's do this. Let me do some on-the-fly tech stuff. I'm gonna get my headsets in here. Gonna have to mute the game. All right, let's get the game up here, or get the calls going. All right, stand by, y'all. This is impromptu engineering on the fly. But now I know. So Dave's got a live stream. You got YouTube live stream? Is that what is going on? All right, get that going. Oh, I got calls on here. I'm not even ready yet. Not even ready. All right, so I got that. I need my headset so I can talk to y'all. Not even ready with all this. Which is my left, which is my right. These earbuds are great. It's hard to tell which is the left and the right, though. All right, I think I got this. Oh, by the way, it is third down. Kansas City calls another timeout. All right, it's just happening. Let me bring up the phone call screen. There you go. Watch this. Bam! Look at that. All right, so if you guys want to chat, we'll bring it up while watching this. Number is up here. And you guys ready for this? All right, who's out there? Who's out there? Oh, we got callers. We got callers. All right, let's bring it in. All right, call live. Line is live. Let's go to the 971. Let's just find out who this is. What's up? This is NorbCam. Who's this? And where are you calling from?
Hey, Norb, calling from Oregon. Called a couple times before.
Okay, hey, sorry about that. I didn't have my volume potted up correctly in my headphones. All right, so sorry, what was your name again?
It's Juan from Oregon. I called a couple times before.
Oh, yeah. Did you say Juan?
Yeah.
From Oregon. All right, man. Are you watching the playoffs here? It looks like Titans are going to win this thing with this big play they just had just a moment ago.
No, I'm not watching, but I am keeping track of the scores on my phone.
Oh, Mariota with the lead block gives it to Henry around the left side for a big, huge gain. and this thing is going to be, I think, over. Titans are going to move on. That's crazy. Wow. What a comeback. What's on your mind, man?
Well, you were right about the Kansas City. About the Chiefs, they really blow it. Didn't they have like a 21-3 lead?
Yep. I saw that. I was like, oh, Kansas City's in the lead for now. But they've had a history, man. They have a history of getting in and blowing it. And that's not just with Kansas City. Andy Reid, even when he was with the Eagles, just could never quite pull it together. But that's just crazy. Not as bad as the Falcons meltdown last year, but still pretty bad.
Not sure. But anyways, I want to say, have you seen our opponents for next season already?
You know, I had taken a glance at it. I haven't really done a whole elaborate look at it. Let's just take a look here and see what's what. What's your thoughts on it?
Well, we do have the Packers again, but they're coming to Seattle this time.
Right.
And yep, and I got to be honest, I do believe that game we will win because as much as we haven't won over there since 1990, was it? They haven't won in Seattle since 2008.
Yeah, that is a matchup of extreme opposites in terms of home field advantage. But yes, it's going to be nice to have them in our house this time. Yeah, let's just go over the Seahawks opponents from 2018. Of course, we play the Rams, the Cardinals, the Niners, and then we play the Packers, as you said, the Vikings, the choking Chiefs, the Chargers, and the Cowboys. Man, a lot of familiar faces in this at home. And then away we go to the Rams, Cardinals, 49ers, and then the Bears, the Lions, the Broncos, the Raiders, and the Panthers. So yeah, it's gonna be that's no easy schedule, man. Everybody's pretty tough in there, except maybe Chicago. But that's a tough schedule. That's brutal.
Well, we are gonna play the Raiders. We're going up against Marshawn Lynch, so that's gonna be really interesting. Can't wait for that.
Yeah, if he's still around. Who knows if he's even going to be around? Yeah, got Gruden joining the Raiders. Suddenly the Raiders infused with the buzz of getting potentially one of the best coaches out there. That hype is definitely huge. But yeah, no, it's going to be that's a tough one.
I was really surprised when they fired Chuck Del Rio just right after the season ended.
Well, I think it kind of reminds me a little bit of when they got Pete Carroll out here, when I think the opportunity clearly it's a combination of trying to get, you know, John Gruden, who's been speculated for a long time as the guy they wanted, you know, he was going to get back into coaching. Looked like he was going to go to the Buccaneers. When that didn't happen, the Raiders situation obviously was perfect in that they needed somebody, you know, who could help galvanize that fan base as they make that move to Las Vegas. And what better way to get John Gruden, Chucky, in there to get them, you know, all stoked up for that move to Las Vegas. So that's a pretty move by their part. He's getting paid a lot of money, $10 million a year, 10-year contract, $100 million bucks. Pretty good.
Cool, man. I agree. Well, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be. I hope it really matters, at least. Hope it's a close game, good game, but hopefully we still win. Yeah.
Well, I think, you know, we've been talking about it all year so much about the Seahawks, and we really need to have a running game. I think if we have any semblance of a decent running game, Wilson is just going to be so much better, and our offense is going to be so much better, and it'll take off some of the pressure on our defense, because our defense, I don't expect it to be the league-leading scoring defense like it had been for so many years. I think our identity is just going to have to kind of change a little bit. But we get that running game going, and suddenly I think the situation just changes entirely, and it can be, you know, get a little more balance in there. You know, I think we could be back, but we're going to have to make some major adjustments because, you know, 49ers looking pretty good with Garoppolo there. The Rams obviously on top right now. So NFC West is going to start looking like one of the best conferences, best divisions moving forward here. So we got some work to do to keep up with the Joneses out there. So
especially with the running, if we can have running, I can believe we'll be in the playoffs next season.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a must. We cannot have a third straight season with no running game. That's just not going to cut it. So, All right, man. Well, thanks for the call. I'm gonna get to some other callers, but enjoy the rest of your wild card weekend. And I'm gonna try to do this every week. So even though there's no more Seahawks football, going to definitely keep on talking football and other things during the course of the playoff season.
I'll tell you who. I'll actually tell you who I'm rooting. I'll tell you who I'm rooting. I'm actually rooting for the Saints. I do like. I like Drew Brees. He's a pretty good guy, and yeah. Yeah. And all the other ones, like, I wouldn't want the Rams to win the Super Bowl. No.
You want the Rams to win?
Yeah.
You want the Rams to win?
No.
You don't want the Rams to win?
No, not the Rams.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, the Saints I want to win.
The Saints. Okay, I thought I misunderstood you there. Good. Yeah. Although I got to admit that watching the Vikings, it would be part of me is just fascinated by the novelty of seeing a home team host the Super Bowl. You know, that's never happened before. So to see what that would be like would be pretty cool. And I got no beef with the Vikings. You know, they kind of blew it and choked it themselves when they played them against in 2015. So, you know, I don't have too much anger to the Vikings, but one of those two teams, I'll become one of those two teams would be all right with me.
Well, they did give us their kicker, which kind of screwed us over a couple times.
Well, they didn't give them to us. They were released by the Vikings. We just picked them up and said, "Hey, we'll give you a shot. Let's see what happens. I'm sure it'll be better this time." But so it's not the Vikings. It's not the Vikings' fault. But the Vikings did get, the Vikings. Now that I think about it, the Vikings did get our left guard way back when, Steve Hutchinson, in that weird deal that went down after Super Bowl 40. So now I'm starting to get bad vibes again. So maybe I need to change my mind. Maybe I have to just go all Saints. Screw it. Anyway, I got to go, man. We'll talk to you soon, Juan.
All right, it's fine.
All right. Go Hawks. Take care.
Go Hawks.
All right. Let's go. Speaking of Minneapolis and Minnesota, let's go talk to Brandon. I think I would just talked to him not too long ago. What's up, Brandon? How's it going?
No, it's going good.
What's on your mind today?
I just wanted to get your take on who do you want to win the Falcons and Rams game?
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that over as I was starting to start this video up, but the Rams are just, they've been a thorn in our side for so long. It's hard for me to even want to root for those guys. So I have to go with the Falcons, even though they've been a thorn in our side as well. But NFC West division's can't root for the division guy, even though people would say that could be a good thing. But I guess I'm going to have to say the Falcons at this point, just because I know the Falcons will blow it later on at some point. So, one of the other teams will get in and I don't mind. So, yeah. How about you? Who are you rooting for in this game?
I don't know why, man. I just feel like I kind of want the Rams because that'd be a good matchup. If they did play the Vikings in the NFC Championship game, that'd be a good matchup to see. But I mean, or the divisional game, but it'd be good either way to see. I mean, it's just with Atlanta. If they did win, they could probably knock off Philly because then they'd go to Philly. They could probably knock them off because Nick Foles is there.
Oh, I think Philly can get knocked off by anybody. The fact that they don't have their MVP in there, I think they're vulnerable. They have not looked good in the last couple of games as they've limped their way to the number one seed. But luckily for them, they made all their damage early on. But yeah, I don't know if they can close it without their quarterback, their star quarterback in there. So yeah, I think they're vulnerable. That's why I think any other team in the NFC's got a chance for sure. So yeah. Well, speaking of Atlanta, I'm gonna switch over quick here, Brandon, because I've got David in Atlanta standing by here. So I'm gonna switch over, Brandon. Thanks for the call, man. We'll talk again soon. All right?
Yeah, that's cool.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
All right, go Hawks. I believe this is it. David, is this you? Is this Slita? Or I should say David in Atlanta, as he's now known.
Yes, it is, and I have to say, I heard you say you're going for the Falcons, but you are never going to blow it later. Gee, thanks, sir, for the confidence.
I can't.
I appreciate that. I heard that, man.
I can't. I can't let that go, man. It's you guys did it to yourself, so I'm just kind of riding on along with the with the headline. But
that is true, man. But look, man, we're like the Seahawks of the NFC South. But before I get started, I want to say, hey. First of all, my new channel, people, is David in Atlanta, so make sure you guys who follow me from the man known as Slita or Sports on ATL, you go to that channel and sub it up. I'm doing a live stream, Norb, in a few minutes. I know it's 8:30, but make sure you guys, if you can peek in there, you can chat with me and stuff like that. But Norb, tell me, man, how you feeling about the game? Man, I'm ready for it, man. I know it's got to be mixed feelings for you.
Oh, it is mixed feelings because both of you guys pissed me off because you guys have been, both teams have been thorns in my side. So I have no, I can't say I have warm and fuzzy feelings about either team. All I can say about Atlanta is, I know a couple of fans from Atlanta who are pretty cool. You one of them. So, at least I have that connection going. But no, I think I just with the Rams being a division team, I can't bear the sight of watching those guys go run on with this thing. So for that reason, I think rooting for the Falcons to take away and pull the. You guys are underdogs in this game. I assume, right?
The thing about Norb is that it frustrates me. Oh, and by the way, if I'm talking, my stream is going to be starting. It's automatic. So if I say something in my stream, it's just to let them know that the stream has started. I'll be quite honest. I mean, you know me, since Super Bowl choke, I've never predicted anything. But I know this is a game Atlanta can win. What we need, basically speaking, is Atlanta just to show up and play the way we know they're capable of showing. If Atlanta comes out and plays the way they did against Carolina, plays the way they did against Seattle early, when we beat you in the end on a 34-31 score, and if we play the way that we played against the Saints and some of the other teams that we won, if our offense comes, I don't see how the Rams are gonna be able to keep up. Because, I mean, some people say, and the media says, experience does not mean anything in this one per se. I totally disagree. I mean, but it's not a game that I'm 100% confident with. But I firmly believe Atlanta can win this ball game. And, and after what happened last year, and this is what I find funny, a Super Bowl hangover means you miss the playoffs, plus you have a losing record. We had 10 wins, Norb. And we're in the position now to make a run of the Super Bowl championship. So I couldn't ask for anything more.
Yeah, no, you guys pulled it off. You took the spot that we should have taken, but we did not do what we needed to do, and you guys did what you had to do. So,
right.
The thing is, Atlanta's got so much talent. It's actually shocking why you guys haven't done better this season. Sort of like my right. Seahawks, but yours is you're like a hot and cold Jekyll and Hyde kind of thing, where it's like which team shows up is always the big question. Because I think talent-wise, you guys can go toe-to-toe with the Rams. Rams are pretty good too, though, and they can put points up. So I expect this could be a very high-scoring game. But you guys also have some pretty decent, defenses too. So it's going to be really interesting to see how everything plays out, because this is probably one of the more funner wildcard matchups, to be honest with you. It's two very high-flying teams, and it's gonna be cool to watch for sure.
Well, being for the fact that you guys play the Rams twice a year, and they're talking about how we're a lot similar to you guys. What do you feel would be the key for us to win? I mean, what do you see would have to happen? So, yeah.
Well, you got to.
He's a Rams fan here, and he's a Falcon and a Steelers fan. He says hello.
Well, that's a fan of a lot of different teams right there. It's hard to keep track of.
No, he has 3 chances to win the Super Bowl. How fair is that? That don't seem right, does it?
I mean, it's not like you don't root for teams like you're playing poker. Well, let's see, I got a jack, a queen, a king. Yeah, one of these cards is going to work. But yeah, or to each their own. But going back to your question, the Rams, you got to stop Gurley. We failed to do that the second time around. The first time we did, and we won that game. The second time, we couldn't stop him for jack. So you keep him under 100 yards, I think you guys have a pretty good shot. If he runs over 100, I think it's going to be trouble for you guys. Much of the same way you guys get your running game going, then you guys are hard to stop too. You guys are almost like two teams looking at each other in the mirror. So, two teams like to throw the ball, two teams like to run the ball. So whoever runs the ball better is going to win this game.
I mean, I'm nervous, don't get me wrong, but and I know what could happen, but I'm pretty confident that Atlanta, can take care of business if we need to, and it's going to be a good game, but who knows what the ending is going to be? But it's an opportunity that I want. It's an opportunity that I'm glad to see that we have an opportunity back. So it is what it is, bro.
David, hang on a second. I'm going to try, I'm going to try something I've never done before. I've got Gangrene David. I've got David from the Falcons, David from the Jets on the line at the same time. I'm going to put you guys both on. We're going to get a three-way line going on here, and let's just see what happens. Since we've all collaborated at one point, let's see if this works. Gangrene David, are you on the line right now, sir?
Right, and
Hey, what's
just
up,
so you
guys?
know,
How you guys doing?
hey, what's up, Jets Gangrene? Just so you know, guys, my stream is going, so you guys are also live here in Atlanta, Georgia. So say hello to my people whenever they decide to come in.
Wow, that's some high-tech stuff going on. We got guys from New York and Atlanta and a live stream from Seattle and a live stream from Atlanta all going at the same time. Oh! Anyway, what's going on?
Yeah, we're doing what we can do for sure, yeah.
How's it going over there in New York, Gangrene David?
It's pretty cold outside. It's about 6 degrees, and I got to go outside and walk my dog before this Falcons game. But wanted to get a little check in here with you guys because you guys are probably two of my favorite football fans. So
Appreciate it.
it's been all good. That Chiefs game had a shocking end, although it shattered my heart when Eric Decker caught that touchdown.
Hey, I won $1.
No, but in all due respect, David, I'm going to say this right now.
I did $1, yeah.
I always pick one playoff team to root for every year.
Yeah.
Sadly,
By the way, guys, when I put the $1 down, the Tennessee was losing 21-10. So, and we got $20 on this game. So we'll see what happens with Atlanta. And then there'll be $40 richer.
34-31 Atlanta. I think it's going to be a great game.
So you're picking Atlanta to win, David?
I'm 100% because with the experience they have in the postseason, I think it's going to be a lot of scoring, a lot of good offensive matchups. But I think you guys could win off a game-winner field goal. I think I'm going to be a little bold.
Oh, I don't know if I want it to be that close. I mean, look, I'll be honest. If I had to predict it at all, I would probably say the way that I would like it. If Atlanta plays their game, I would say 31-20, somewhere around there, to be quite honest.
Well,
so what about you, Norb? How do you see it going?
Oh, you mean what?
I'm going to root for you guys all the way.
What score do I have? Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I haven't really given it a lot of thought. My brain is sort of tuned out ever since we got booted from the playoffs. But if I were to guess on this, I'm saying I think David might have something going there with 34-31. I think it's going to be high scoring and close. So I think that 34-31 sounds like a pretty realistic deal. But I am giving the edge to the Falcons. Can't believe I'm saying that. But yes, I think the Falcons are going to pull this one off and send the Rams fans home sad.
But you got Kane Todd Gurley.
Yeah, but from what I know, they said that it's not even going to be a sellout. There's like 10,000 empty seats or something, or tickets not sold. Like, how could you not want to be there?
Yeah, well, I know. Well, that's a big stadium. I think it's 100,000 people or something like that. So that's a lot of folks to fill in that stadium. But
it might be expensive.
Yeah, and Norb and David, you may want. I don't know. I'm sure you'll probably know, but John Gruden got rehired with the Raiders.
We were talking about that earlier. Yep.
I do.
And how about that? How about that situation? Have you guys heard about the story going on, the drama over at the Patriots? Did you hear that? Did you read that Wickersham report from ESPN? Did you guys hear about that?
As a Jet fan, I'm proud of it.
I haven't. Can somebody tell me about it? What is it?
Oh, so Wickersham, I think he's the same reporter who did the investigative report about the Seahawks before the season started, talking about how our camp had problems and everybody's fighting each other and this and that. None of it really played out the way that he painted the picture, but then again, we didn't make the playoffs, so who knows? Maybe he knows something we don't know. But he released this report yesterday morning, and basically said there's major strife between Belichick, Brady and the owner. Basically, they got to a point where the owner took Brady's side and told Belichick, "You need to trade Garoppolo because he basically wanted Brady to stay around." While Belichick was probably getting ready to say, "Tom, it's been great, but it's time for you to go." Well, I mean, that's the funny thing. They're doing just fine. Patriots are #1 seed. It's probably not going to affect any of their playoff situations here, but it's just interesting to hear about this drama going on in the back behind closed doors, potentially, if it's true. What do you think, as an AFC East guy, David? What's your thoughts on your reactions to it? I assume that must have brought a smile to your face.
Well, considering the fact that we have to play New England twice a year, I'm actually just kind of going to look at it as a more of an analytical standpoint than really as sort of just kind of really just saying, oh, my God, I'm so glad this is happening, even though I am, but I can definitely see both sides to things. If you look at what Jimmy Garoppolo has done his entire career, he has developed behind one of the best quarterbacks of all time in Brady. And who knows how long it will be until Brady retires. So I can definitely see Kraft's point of view, the owner of the New England Patriots, of wanting to trade Garoppolo and let him actually start with a new team, because if he's really just going to be sitting behind Brady for the majority of his career, what good is he going to get out of his career? So I think it was the best move to trade Garoppolo. I think Belichick might have took it the wrong way, sort of say. But however, looking at Belichick's side, more or less,
Gary, look.
I think Belichick is really looking forward to the future for when Brady retires. So that way, Jimmy Garoppolo can really just come in and just kind of take the reins from where Brady left off. So at this point, I could see both sides to this, but however, it's better at this point, since Jimmy Garoppolo has been developing behind Brady for as long as he was on this team. I think it's time that he actually got his chance to shine, and look what happened. He joins the 49ers and goes on a 5-game win streak. So at the end of the day, I do see both sides to this, but I'm just wondering what's going to happen.
Yeah, well, I think I think the Patriots will probably be fine the rest of this year, but unfortunately, we got to pay.
Hey, Norb, David.
Yeah.
Hey, Norb, can you hear me, sir?
I sure can.
Okay, listen, right now, my live stream is starting to kick in, so I got to focus on that. But hey,
okay, I'll let you go.
Do me a favor, guys. Well, as soon as whenever you can, just sign on. Go to my channel, David in Atlanta, and pop on in. I'll be doing the live stream as long as the connection holds up for the game, guys.
All right. Well, good luck, man. Good luck.
Thank you, David. Appreciate it, man.
All right.
Thank you, man. All right, later, man.
All right. All right, so that was David in Atlanta. Check out his channel, big-time Atlanta Falcons fan. But going back to your question, David, Gangrene David, too many Davids here. Garoppolo sure seems to be the real deal so far. Of course, we need to see a little bit larger body of work, but so far, the moment he stepped in with the 49ers, first 2 plays in, he threw a touchdown against us, so we got to see it firsthand, his debut. But it just makes for that much more interesting NFC West. But yeah, we'll see how this affects the Patriots moving forward, and do they make it to the Super Bowl, and does this affect what they do the rest of the way, or is this just going to be something that will become the turmoil during the offseason next year? Will Belichick be gone? What's going to be happening after that? But I don't know. I think if I were a betting man, I'd probably say the Patriots are still going to end up over there in the Super Bowl. Not necessarily going to win it, but I think they're going to be in it unless some team from the AFC pulls the upset. But we'll see what happens.
Oh, New England in another Super Bowl? Oh boy!
I don't need to see that show again. But if they do make it, I want to watch them lose in the most heartbreaking fashion. That's all I can say about that, because I don't need to see those guys raising another Lombardi. We've seen that too many times. What's that?
That act's getting old.
It is getting old.
Jets actually make a run, and they have the opportunity to do that next year. I can't wait for the offseason now.
Yeah. It's going to be a very interesting offseason for a lot of teams, especially for you, Jets, and for my Seahawks. A lot of things, a lot of changes potentially happening. So, all right, man, I'm going to let you go, get to some other calls here, but it's good to talk to you, and we'll be in touch. Take it easy, man.
All right. It's great talking to you, Norb.
All right.
Check out my YouTube channel. Just posted a Jermaine Kearse highlight video. It's pretty sick.
Oh, okay.
David in the ATL live stream.
Yep. That's Gangrene David and David in Atlanta. Check out his live stream of the game about to go on right now. So we'll talk to you soon, man. I'll check out your video later.
Go for it.
All right, let's see. Who do we want to go to here? Let's go to the 319. This is an interesting area code. All right, who's this, and where are you calling from?
This is Mitch from Iowa.
Mitch from Iowa. Have you called before?
No, I have not.
First time caller. All right, welcome to the show, man. What's on your mind?
I want to know, what do you think our main focus in the draft should be?
All right, obviously, you're a Seahawks fan in Iowa, right?
Yep.
All right. Well, clearly we have a lot of needs. We need to shore up our offensive line, but I think we need to get a running back in this draft because it's a good draft for running backs. I also think we need a receiver. We need a big receiver. We have not had a good big target receiver in a while, and I think that would again help Russell Wilson out tremendously because we really don't have that number one guy. Our best receiver is Doug Baldwin, and he's really a slot guy who's probably would be number 3 or number 4 on some other team. So we don't really have that number one receiver. I'd like to see that. So that's those are just 3 needs right away that I can think of. And then we still got to start looking for linebackers to start looking down the future when Bobby Wagner and KJ Wright start to. We see what life looks like without those guys in, and it's not very pretty. So we got to start getting, the guys who are going to be behind them pretty soon. And there's so much. D-line, we can never have enough defensive linemen. Secondary is looking pretty good. Our new guys have been stepping up, but again, a lot depends on what happens with, will Thomas still be around? Will Sherman be coming back? And if either one or the other or both aren't going to be back in the long term, we got to start thinking about more depth in the secondary. But I think to me that's the order. We got to get offensive line, running back, wide receiver, and then the defense. That's to me my feel. What about you?
Well, I would agree with the offensive line and a running back, definitely. Here in Iowa, we have some pretty good offensive linemen out of college that just declared for the draft. We have a center that just declared for the draft, and we have a running back who is the all-time leading rusher in Iowa. So I'm hoping Seattle drafts him. But I would say we do need offensive line. I think we need to just get rid of all our offensive line and get a brand new one.
Get rid of
Dwayne Brown.
Get rid of it all, really. I don't know if we can afford to do that, but really, all right, go on.
We put too much money into our defense. I think we need to put some more money in our offense and protect Russell because we can't allow Russell to run the offense as much as he did this year. Again.
I agree there, but I don't think we have to dump everybody. Don't you think Justin Britt at center has been doing a decent job at least of the rest of the line?
I don't think our offensive line is all that great anyway. So I think we keep Dwayne Brown and maybe Justin Britt, but we need to get rid of Fetty.
Fetty has definitely been, at this point, a bust, being that he was a number 1 draft pick. He's too many penalties, too many holding calls, too many missed assignments. And, Ethan Posick, who's been at our right guard, he's a rookie, so he's, kind of got to expect him to go through some growing pains. But Luke Jokel is going to be, I assume, gone after this year. So I don't know. I guess. But what about George Fant? You feel like that's the lost cause? They had so much expectation for George Fant. I still think that there's maybe a place for him on the right side. Maybe put him at right tackle. At least if he's as good as they say he is.
Yeah, I think we need to shift around a little too on our offensive line.
Yeah.
Just have a running game because you see the past couple of years we were number 1 rushing in 2013 and we had great running game and now it's just gone.
Yep, 2 years in a row it's been pretty much as bad as it can get. But if not for Russell and his running yardage, we'd probably be the worst running team in the league, possibly. So yeah, no, we definitely got to fix that. I think if we do. We can compete because that'll make Russell that much better. But, yeah, we just can't have a repeat of what we've seen the last 2 years. It's just not going to work. So, all right. Well, we'll see what happens, man. But who do you got? Are you watching the Wildcard games this weekend?
Right now, and I can't stand the Rams, and I want the Falcons.
So you want the Falcons to win? Okay, I'm with you on that one. So, all right, man. Well, thanks for the call, and come join me next time. I'm going to try to do at least one a week of this, talking football and other stuff. So welcome to NorbCam. We'll talk to you soon, man.
See you.
All right, go Hawks. All right, let's see who's been waiting on a long time here. Let's go with from the 559. Who's this and where are you calling from?
Hi, Norb. This is David from Fresno.
Oh yeah.
I'm the one that sent you the pictures.
Yeah.
On your website.
Oh yeah, David from Fresno, also known as David's. Isn't it David's Cards? Isn't that your handle?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I you saw I posted the pictures up, right?
Yeah. I want to thank you for that also.
No problem. Yeah, if you guys check out my Instagram or check out my my website, NorbCam.com, you can see these pictures of David's place over in Fresno. They got all decked out in Seahawks stuff over the holidays, and they sent me a few pictures of it, so you got to check it out. It's pretty awesome. Puts my place to shame.
Yeah, so what do you think about the, what is it called, the Rams and the Falcons? What are you going for?
I'm rooting for the Falcons in this one.
I can't stand the Rams. So.
I can't stand the Rams. I don't love the Falcons either, but between the two, I could stomach the Falcons more than I can the Rams. So, yeah, that's division rival thing. So, yeah, I've seen it as a close one, high scoring. I'm going with that 34-31. Looks like a very possible with these two high-flying offenses. What do you think?
Yeah. I think that the Rams need to lose and the Falcons need to win, and I'll be happy for the rest of the week because, yeah, I just can't stand Todd Gurley the way that he ran over Seattle that game against the Rams.
Yep.
I just can't stand him.
Yep.
So, right now I'm playing Madden while I'm talking to you, and it's pretty funny.
I'm surprised you're not watching the game. The game's underway, right? I'm already seeing people in the chat. Billy Haber says Rams got a 3-and-out to start the game, so I don't have the game on live at the moment here. I got to see if I can pull it up online while I'm talking here. But, yeah. Well, it's going to be an interesting one. I'm going to try to get on the stream myself and describe what's going on there.
I need to take a picture of our room because we painted it all Seahawks, and all the pictures that I sent you were the dining room, the garage. I need to send you a picture of my room. It's crazy.
All right, send me an update, and I'll post it.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, my cousin said hi, by the way. Can you give a shout-out to Michael?
Your cousin Michael of David's Cards. Shout out to you. No problem, man. All right, I'll look for the picture. Yep.
I made a video that Richard Sherman sent me an autographed picture in the mail.
Really?
I sent him a letter. Yeah. If you want to go check it out later, you can.
Oh, very nice. Wow. Just sent the letter and he responded. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, again, feel free to drop pictures anytime, and I'll do my best to post them up. That goes to all you guys out there. No problem, man. All right. Well, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we'll talk soon. All right, go Hawks. All right. Let's see who else we got here. Let's go to the 650. Been waiting for a while. Who's this and where you call it from?
Oh, wait, am I on right now?
You are live on NorbCam right now. Who's this?
Okay. This is Rohan from California.
Rohan from California. What part of California are you from?
The one that the Seahawks hate, Bay Area.
Oh, Bay Area. Okay. Well, I was gonna say we kind of hate two parts of California right now, but you're Bay Area.
Oh yeah, right.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
So I'm gonna assume you're rooting for the Falcons right now.
That would be correct.
Yeah, I mean, I'm rooting for the Falcons. I don't have nothing on them, but the Rams, they're from LA and a division rival.
Yes. Right. So wait, are you a 49er fan or are you a Seahawks fan?
Yeah, lifelong Bay Area fan.
Oh, so you are a Niner fan. All right. That's cool. So, are you familiar with my channel or are you just kind of randomly run across this?
I've been familiar with your channel ever since I saw your Super Bowl 49 video.
Oh, that video. Yes, of course. The heartbreak that we will never get over. Yep. But yeah. Yep. So let me ask you a question. As a 49er fan, what's the mood like with the 49er fan base with Garoppolo? I assume you guys are head over heels with this guy.
Oh, yeah. some Niners are just waiting to pay the guy. There are all sorts of 49er fan YouTube videos popping up saying, like, we're back, rise to stardom, return of the bandwagon, stuff like that. So, yeah, we're pretty amped up about next year. I'm kind of concerned because the Niners are an upstart team, and they're kind of late to the party because there are so many other upstart teams in the NFC.
Mm-hmm. Well, so do you think he's the real deal? You think Garoppolo's the real deal?
Yeah, and I know eventually he's gonna lose next year.
Oh yeah.
I don't know who he's gonna lose to, but I know he's gonna lose at some point. I hope he doesn't, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know if we're gonna get a winning record. I certainly hope so, but I'm gonna guess we're gonna 8-8, 9-7, 10-6, somewhere in that area.
Well, that's pretty modest expectations, but I mean, I agree with you. I think the 49ers are probably at least a 500
well, I mean,
team.
that's right now. And then so what's your thought about the Seahawks off season?
Man, that's a very broad question, hard to answer in one fell swoop. But
let's say draft.
Well, as I mentioned in my last call, I think the needs are we should address offensive line, running back, wide receiver, and then defense. That's kind of my order. And I know we don't have we gave up a lot of picks this year to get guys in free agency, so they're gonna have to get creative. The hardest thing is trying to decide, do we want to go? I think we're picking 18th. Do we get the best, I guess in this case, offensive lineman at 18, or trade down to try to get more picks, which typically we've done, in the past. But they might have to do that because we don't have a lot of picks in general. So, that's the tough ones. It depends, I guess, who's at 18, and then see where they go from there. But I do hope they get an offensive lineman first. I mean, that's clearly the issue we've got. And so I think no matter what, you got to put that first pick on an offensive lineman. And then it should be a good running back draft. So I'm hoping that we can get somebody to add to the running back competition for next year, even though I do like a couple of the guys we got in there now. But I think those guys are just pretty good because what we have was so bad. Something seems like it's awesome when you've got nothing. So, but Chris Carson was really good, but I think we could stand to get a little bit more look at what we can get next year. And I really want to get a big, tall wide receiver in there who can be a difference maker for Russell Wilson. So those are kind of the three things I think that on the offensive side of the ball need help, because I feel like our defense is going to be okay, but the offense clearly needs a lot of help. And I don't think Jimmy Graham's going to be there next year. And so we'll need somebody else to step up, be that big target for him. So that's kind of my feel in terms of the draft.
Yeah. Honestly, I think for the Niners draft, they should just follow something they did back in the earlier part of this decade. They have this one good player at a lot of different positions. So I think they should get that good player a counterpart. So, the Niners should draft another defensive lineman to begin with. That's what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you guys lost a lot over the last few seasons. So I know you guys are. Well, it looks like you've got your quarterback solution figured out. It's filling out all those other holes that were vacated. So, yeah, I think you guys still got a lot of holes to fill. But yeah, get that defense back up to what it used to be. But you got a good head coach down there, which I think he's going to be pretty good, tough competition. I look forward to actually the revived rivalry in the NFC West, because the Harbaugh days when the Seahawks and the Niners were going at it for a while there was pretty fun. Yeah. And I'd like to see that back again.
Those were the days when every time the Niners were playing, I'd also look at the Seahawks game to see what was going on.
Yeah. Yeah, it hasn't been that way for a while, but now we got the Rams, back up in there. So it's going to be a pretty interesting picture next year if the 49ers really do jump back into the fold. And we'll see where everybody lands. I think Cardinals might be the down team next year, but I hope it's not us. We got to make some. We got to definitely do some moves to keep that from happening.
Yeah, you guys aren't going to be the. You guys are only going to be the down team if Arizona plays you guys in Seattle all the time.
Yeah, for some reason, I don't know what. Arizona's just got our number when it comes to playing us at home. But next year will be a whole different deal. So we'll see what happens. But all right, man. Well, thanks for calling, and I'm going to be doing this for a while, once a week, hopefully. So feel free to chime in. It's always fun to get a perspective from another fan out there.
Sure.
So
just want to say, like, subscribe to my channel, all of that stuff to everyone else in the comments and online. I was a Niners fan with the audacity to call into a Seahawks live stream.
You know, you're not the only one. I've got Patriots fans and Atlanta fans and Jets fans. We all do all right. So I don't mind it. What is your channel, by the way?
R.O. It's a really low channel. As in like really low. There's a Giants player logo on the front. There's a Giants player logo as my channel.
Okay. All right. Giants. I don't quite understand that. I thought you were a 49er fan. Okay. R.O. All right, man. Well, call in next time, and we'll talk soon. All right. Take it easy.
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
All righty here. Let's. All right. There's a familiar face from before. I've been waiting on for a while. This is Eric from around the bend. Is this Eric?
Yeah.
Eric, what's happening? And this is Stephen Hauschka's nephew, correct?
Yes, correct.
So I never got to ask you last time. So now, do you talk to your uncle on a regular basis? How's he doing? How's he doing being over in the Bills, helping them make the playoffs?
Yeah, he's busy, so it's really hard to get to talk to him.
I gotcha. So, what do you think about this first weekend of the playoffs? What's on your mind?
Well, I'm watching the Rams game right now. The Falcons look like us, and the Rams look like, I don't know, some other team we'd play. The Falcons keep getting bad positions, so field position. But I'm like this year, since our team is in the playoffs. I think I'd be rooting for Saints right now.
Yeah, that was kind of what I was saying. That was kind of what I was saying myself. Two teams that wouldn't annoy me too much if they made it into the Super Bowl. But, yeah, so far in this Rams-Falcons game, I predicted a high-scoring game. So far it's been no score, 10:55 or so into this game. So, yeah. So, yeah, what do you think of, what do you think about the Seahawks and what we need to do about next year? Clearly, we need a kicker. It's too bad you couldn't get your uncle back here somehow.
I think Mike Davis and Thomas Rawls are really good running backs. Just our O-line can't get nothing started.
So you think that's not the running back problem, it's just the line?
Yes, it's the line.
Yeah. Well, might be a little bit of both, but I agree. It starts in the trenches, so we definitely got to get that thing fixed. Who do you think is going to be the Super Bowl this year?
The Super Bowl?
Who's going to be the Super Bowl?
Oh, I think it's going to be Steelers against the Saints.
Ooh, Steelers. Steelers against the Saints. So Steelers are going to knock off the Patriots this time, huh?
I believe in the Steelers. So,
Well, they lost last time in a very close game, so it's possible. It's possible that maybe the Steelers can find a way to go into Gillette Stadium and get the win. But Top 10 NBA says, don't we have Jason Myers? Well, we did bring Jason Myers in, I think, from the Jacksonville Jaguars formerly, but they let him go because he missed some pretty crucial kicks. So he's in the competition. I don't think he's a lock as the guy to be the starting kicker yet, but he's in the discussion. So it's still wide open, I think, at this point. Futures contract. But yeah, I'm not crazy about him. He kind of reminds me of what happened to Walsh, missing some key field goals and letting their team down, which is why he's on the street. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
What do you think of Graham?
Graham, I think he was very productive this year. And while he can be frustrating at times, he still was very productive in the red zone and scored a lot of touchdowns. I think record number of touchdowns from a tight end for the Seahawks. I think the problem is I just don't think Seattle can afford to pay him because he's just going to cost too much. He's going to be $10 million a year. I don't think we can put the resources into him as much as you miss his touchdown productivity. I just find it hard for us to be able to meet that number. I guess I'd be surprised if they did. I'd understand if they did, but I'd be surprised if they could do it. But so I feel like he's not going to be here, and he's going to probably go and kick butt on some other team. And we'll be going, how come he didn't do that with us? But he wasn't a bust. I mean, he did score a lot of touchdowns, and that's the reason they got him. So, that's it was just unfortunate. There were times when he went on dry spells that he wouldn't even get a catch, a couple of games in a row, and that was mystifying to me why that happened. But he was great in the red zone. I can't argue with that. Considering we couldn't run the ball to score a touchdown, it was nice to have a guy we can rely on to get touchdowns for us. So if he doesn't come back, we'll miss that part because it was pretty cool. When they got into the groove, he was pretty awesome to watch. Pretty much unstoppable. So,
what's your prediction in the Super Bowl?
My prediction is Patriots versus Vikings or Patriots versus Saints. I guess that's what I expect to see. Not sure which one of those last two. It's hard to say right now, but I'm pretty certain the Patriots will be in there. As much as I don't want them to succeed. If they're going to have to be in there, I want to watch them go in and then fail miserably, or fail in, as I said earlier, in the most heartbreaking of fashions. So we'll see if that comes to fruition. But they're just so darn good, frustratingly good. So, all right, man. Well, I'm sure we'll be talking again soon. But in the meantime, take care, enjoy the rest of your football weekend, and catch you next time.
Wait, were you also at Super Bowl 49?
What was that? Was I at Super Bowl 49?
Yeah, were you at the stadium?
I was at the stadium.
I recently watched.
Yeah, I was in the end zone facing. The pass was coming right towards me when it got intercepted. I was in that end zone, watching it unfold before my eyes. So yes, referring to my interception reaction, it was in the back of the end zone of the University of Arizona Stadium? What do they call that? Yeah, I was there.
Wasn't in.
Who knows? That might have been the last Super Bowl I will have gone to because they might just be too darn expensive to go to. I went to Super Bowl 48.
Oh, yes.
And at that time, I thought that was expensive. Yes. I thought that was expensive because the price of the ticket to go to one ticket to Super Bowl 48 was the same cost for season tickets for two people. For me here, and going to Super Bowl 49 was more than double that. So that added to the pain, the fact that it costs that much to go down there and to have to watch that happen. So should have been two in a row, and history being made, but the wrong history was being written at that point. So we'll see. Hopefully Seattle makes it back to another one, and I'll have to think about if I'd ever want to go to another one again. But yep. I was down there for all the heartbreak. Not a good night. It was great up to that moment. All right, man, I'm going to go. Got to get a few more callers and try to watch this game.
Bye-bye.
All right, go Hawks. Okay, let's go to DJ and Cali. What's up, man? This is Norb. How you doing?
I'm fine, sir.
What you up to?
I'm fine.
You watching this game?
I watched the Titans Chiefs. I'm not watching the Falcons Rams because it's a waste of my time. So I'm eating dinner.
Oh, okay. So you're not even watching the Falcons and the Rams game.
I watched the Titans Chiefs though.
Yeah.
A really fun game.
I was
rooting for the Titans.
Oh, okay. Yeah, me too. I was.
Because
pretty entertaining. Come from behind win. Not a bad way to start the week, the wild card weekend. So far, this Rams game is pretty boring right now.
Yeah. So.
Just so you guys, the listeners know, so DJ is from California. Him and his family came up to visit in Seattle, and I got to see him at our viewing party of the Cowboys game. So I got to hang out with you guys. That was a lot of fun. So hopefully you guys can come again next time you come up this way. Hopefully it works out that way. So
thanks, man. Well, yeah. I'm in a draft. I want to get an offensive lineman. I want to get either an O lineman or a receiver or a running back.
Yeah, that's what I said. I think of a lineman, running back, receiver. That would be my three choices. They make too much sense. So I think we're going to be surprised. They always seem to surprise us in the draft, but hopefully we do better. We just haven't done very well drafting. Our number one draft pick in the Fetty 2 years ago was seeming to be a bust. Our number one draft pick last year was a no-show, got into an ATV accident. We don't even know if he's ever going to play. Probably not. That's basically a wasted number one pick. Just not been good drafts, so they need to make up for that this year.
Yeah, we need to make up for that, and we should go offense early, then defense in the later rounds. That's my strategy.
That's my thought too. It seems to make a lot of sense to me, considering what our problems have been. But we'll see if they actually do it. So it's gonna be definitely a fun off season for sure. So
I'm probably gonna watch Panthers Saints tomorrow.
That'll be a good game. That's going to be a great game. Go Saints in that one for sure.
Go Saints.
Yeah. All right, man. I can't stand Cam Newton myself.
And I
not
can't
a fan.
stand the Rams or the Falcons, so that's why I'm not watching.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan either. Oh, I see the Atlanta just went on top 3-0. So they drew first blood with 7:13 left in that first quarter. So Falcons on top 3-0 at the moment. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I want to see what we can do because next year I feel like every team's going to really button up.
It's going to be a tough division. Definitely going to be a tough division.
In the whole league, I see teams are buttoning up.
Yeah, NFC is a tough division. A conference period, but the NFC West alone is getting tough. So, all right, man.
Yeah.
It's getting pretty noisy in your household over there, so I know you're going to eat dinner, so I'm going to let you go. Going to grab some other calls, but thanks for calling in, man. Take it easy, DJ. We'll talk soon.
See you later, Norm.
All right, go Hawks. All right. Chaos over there. All right, let's go to the 413. What's up? This is Norb. Who's this, and where are you calling from?
Hi, Brendan calling from Massachusetts.
Brendan from Massachusetts. You've called before, haven't you?
Yeah, but you switch over to another caller.
Okay. I remember that. Yeah. So, are you a Seahawks fan?
Yeah, I'm a Jets fan, but my dad is a Seahawks fan, so I root for the Seahawks as well.
Okay. So what's on your mind today?
I was just wondering, what do you think the Seahawks have to do in the draft? I think they need an offensive lineman, honestly.
Well, that's we've been talking about that quite a bit. It seems to be the number one question is what are they going to do in the draft, and I've said that a bunch of times. Lineman, running back, receiver. That's probably my top three positions of need.
What I think they should do is probably trade Jimmy Graham to get a better pick down in the draft.
Well, the problem with Jimmy Graham, we don't have any clout with Jimmy Graham because he's a free agent, so we have no control over him. All we can do is offer him. We can always do is offer him a deal and see if he takes it, but he's pretty much free to go wherever he wants, so we're not going to get anything for him. So Jimmy Graham is on his own unless Seattle can make him a sweet deal, get him to stay. So
I don't think we should get him again.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll offer him something. Maybe in the realm, if they could throw something in the realm of $6 or $7 million a year, I think that would be worth it. They can keep him from that. But I just think he's going to get better offers out there, and someone will pay him double-digit millions. So, I just don't think I just don't think we can afford to be in the game because we've got too many other positions to need to fill out. You know what I mean? How's the snow up there?
Pretty bad. It is about 5 degrees right now. Every time I go outside, I feel like it's gonna get frostbite. It is so cold.
Cold. And do you have a lot of snow on the ground where you live?
Yes, a lot. I mean, a lot.
Did they cancel school and all that?
On Thursday they did, and yeah.
So you didn't go to school Thursday, Friday, and then it's just a question: are you gonna go back on Monday?
2 hour delay.
Okay. Yeah. No, it looks like.
Going to be in the Super Bowl this year.
Who do I think is going to be in the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
I guess it's going to be probably the Patriots, Saints, or Patriots. What did I say? Vikings. Part of me wants to see.
Living in Massachusetts, obviously, there is a lot of Patriots fans.
Clearly.
And hate the Patriots with all my heart. When I saw the interception, just unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Half the kids in my school just love the Patriots. I mean, I don't understand. My dad's father is a Patriots fan, but I don't know why he's not. Thank God. But so yeah.
Yeah, no, it's the Patriots, they've been on one hell of a run, but after reading that ESPN story talking about the drama behind the scenes between Belichick and the Kraft and Brady, it's uncovered a very interesting dark side to this whole Patriots organization. Crazy.
Yeah. I don't understand why he wanted to start Garoppolo over Tom Brady, the best quarterbacks in NFL history.
Well, I think the thing about Belichick is that he normally gets rid of players before their time is up, because in his philosophy is it's better to trade them, get rid of them too early than too late. And I think he was probably seeing that the writing on the wall. Tom Brady's turning 40. He's going to be too old. Needed to start thinking about the next guy. And Garoppolo, so far, it looks like he could have been a pretty good next guy. But Tom Brady didn't want to have any of that. So, the story goes is that he kind of went to the owner and basically made Belichick get rid of him. So that's the long and short of it, but it kind of paints a very interesting picture to see what's going to happen next. And and if the article is hinting towards what I think it is that they're implying that Belichick being very unhappy with the situation now, he may be gone after this year. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But
I don't think they'll get rid of him, but I think he will not make as big of a run as he has done in the past 3-4 years.
Are you talking about getting rid of Tom Brady?
No,
you're talking about Belichick. Okay, Belichick. Yeah. So you think he's going to stick around?
Yeah, I think he's going to stick around. Yeah. Who knows how long Tom Brady's going to be in the league?
He wants to play till he's 45, supposedly. Now, this whole story could turn out this story is a bunch of nothing, and that they'll be just fine. And
God that he retires.
And another. It's possible this whole thing is one big orchestration by Belichick. It seems like he always comes up with something to get, when they're doing so well, he devises, or it seems like conveniently something happens which puts the world against the Patriots, and then they use that as like this thing to fight through and galvanize the team, like Spygate, like Deflategate, and now this. Yeah. They have this whole thing now where everybody's talking about, the Patriots are this and this and that, and then all of a sudden they go into the playoffs with this full head of steam to prove the world wrong, and then they'll be sitting there hoisting the Lombardi Trophy laughing as we all think, so much for that problem, I guess, that they were having. Anyway, hopefully that doesn't.
Another thing is they were so good last year, and in the last offseason they signed Brandon Cooks, and that just added another all-star to their team of amazing talent.
But at the same time, they lost Julian Edelman early in the season, and everybody thought, they're going to be done because they lost their all-star Julian Edelman, who basically kind of won the game, won the Super Bowl last year. And they've been just fine without Julian Edelman. You almost forgot that he was even part of the equation because they've been so solid. So it's amazing how consistently good they've been. But
yeah, honestly, I think I kind of want to see the Rams in the Super Bowl because I think that's the only team that can beat the Patriots, in my opinion, in the NFC.
Really?
Yeah, but I want to see the Vikings in the Super Bowl because they would be at their home stadium.
I know. I kind of want to. I think that'd be pretty cool to see just for the novelty of it.
That would be awesome.
But right now, the Rams don't look like they could beat anybody because so far, let's see, they got a punting situation at their own 45 with 5:40 left to go. Rams not doing anything so far, scoreless. The Rams are 3-0 Falcons with 5:40 left in the first quarter. So anyway. All right, man. Well, thanks for your insight. Feel free to call back anytime. I'm going to be doing this the rest of the off season, talking Seahawks football and all kinds of stuff. So, it'll be fun to get the Massachusetts perspective from time to time. All right, well, you take care, Brandon or Brendan. We'll talk to you later.
Go Hawks.
Yeah, go Hawks. All righty, let's go to the 740 who's been waiting patiently. What's up? Who's this and where are you calling from? You're on with NorbCam.
This is Adam. I'm from, I'm not from Ohio. I actually am from Renton.
But you live in Ohio. Gotcha.
Yep.
What's on your mind today, Adam?
I was wondering, I just wanted your opinion. I'm a big fan of yours. I've been watching your videos now for at least the last couple of years.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I'm just curious. What's your opinion on a few names I'm going to drop on who should stay and who should go?
All right.
Bennett, Earl, Sherman, Cam, Averill, and I know a couple of these guys, we don't have a choice in this matter, and Jimmy Graham and Rawls. So out of those guys, who should stay and who should go?
Wow, that's a challenging list there.
I mean, and I'm talking about with off-field issues and all the other nonsense going into it. Like, what do you think would help our team as far as those guys staying or going?
Yeah, well, I'm going to do something here so I can get my little cheat sheet up to see if it'll help answer that question. So a lot of this is a financial question. Now, where the heck is my little...
Yeah, that's a big part of it.
Where is my thingy? I'm trying to pull up the cap. I was looking at the cap space earlier today, and I got it. I can't seem to find my... Oh, here we go. Seahawks, there it is. Okay, so let's start from the top. What was the first name? Michael Bennett?
We'll go Bennett, yeah.
Okay, Michael Bennett.
And then also, too, factor in, based on how he's been playing lately and everything that goes into all that.
Well, I guess to me, I know he's had his off-field distractions with the protests and all that kind of stuff, but I try to separate the football from the issues. So when I look at just football, I don't think the team itself was really affected by anything Bennett was doing myself. I know we had some endings of games that looked pretty ugly because of the whole, the Jacksonville ending and so forth. But from productivity, he was playing on a bad foot through most of the season, and I think he even had a knee issue at the end there. So I don't think it's a very good reflection of on where he's at performance-wise in his age because he was just playing injured. So assuming that he can recover and be more back to his back to form, I think we could get another year out of him. And really, from looking from the financial standpoint for the cap, if we were to dump him, I think we would save $2 million. It would be $5 million dead money if we just let him go. So to me, it feels like we're not saving that much money getting rid of him. To me, I think we should keep him for one more year.
So it's probably worth it to keep him.
I think we keep him. Yeah, and I think he'd perform better next year because you assume he'll be in better health, not as banged up. And we've seen what he looks like when he's when he's on top of his game. He's really good. He just hasn't been healthy, so I just don't think he's lost a step because of the injury. So yeah, no, I think
also too, if you think about it, if he thinks he is playing for a contract after next year, he might hustle a little bit better.
You got that. That's right. Exactly. So, if you're going to get the best performance out of him, then that would be the year that you get him to keep him for that another year. Although I think they signed him for beyond next year. He unlike Sherman and Thomas, who are on their final year coming up. I think he had more than next year. So, but in NFL, these contracts don't mean anything as far as the teams can always terminate them when they want to. So, but yeah, so I think Bennett stays. Who was next on your list? Sherman. That's the toughest one I've been struggling with, is the Thomas Sherman thing.
Yeah, that is the toughest one. That's the one I've been having the most.
Sherman is $11 million savings if you against the cap next year. $11 million bucks, and I don't know how his injury is on all that stuff, but he could come back and be just as good as he was, and I thought he was doing great till he got hurt. But that's the thing, is that $11 million next year, it would be such a destructive feeling to this fan base to trade him, But it's a hard one. That's a really hard one. That's probably the hardest one, because he has the biggest amount of money to be saved if you let him go. So it makes a lot of fiscal sense. But man, to lose what was your shutdown corner, one of the best corners in the game.
And it's not even what he was doing out in the field, or what he was, or whether this injury is going to nag him for years to come. It's the mental state that he puts other teams in, to the point where they won't even throw his way.
Right.
Just because they don't want to get burnt by him, they don't want to get picked off by him, they don't want him to start talking SHIT and making fun of him, so they don't even throw his way. And that is a huge advantage to our team.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Is it
just his presence?
Is it worth $11 million against the cap next year?
Right.
To have that,
when our cap is such a big problem right now.
Right, and coming off the injury, you don't know how is he going to come off of that injury? Is he going to be the same guy he was before the injury, or is he going to lose something in the process? That's the hard thing to know. So I'm really mixed on that one. That's tough. I mean, him, and you mentioned Thomas. That's another one that's hard, because again, he's playing peak level right now too. And then you have other than that weird antics thing that happened with him wanting to go to the Cowboys and asking them to pick him up if he gets booted. Other than that, there's really been no issue. He's been great since he came back from his broken leg from the previous season. So, but man, you got Thomas's cap number. He's $8 million.
A little bit of a Marshawn Lynch feel to it, where he wants to play for his hometown, and so it's going to be one of those things where, and he has been frustrated. You could tell he's been frustrated. I honestly, this is still. I feel like sometimes I still see, especially with the defensive players, there's this jet lag from
Super Bowl 49.
No, they just seem, some of them can't get over it.
Well, yeah, I can't get over it. But
it seems like the offensive players have a better job at managing their expectations and getting over it. But man, those defensive guys, some of them, we like the fact that they're really emotional and that they go out there and they play with their hearts on their sleeves. But sometimes when bad things like that happen, it rolls over and it hurts us.
Yeah, but then when you look at it, though, which unit has been performing better, the offense or the defense? I think it's been pretty clear.
Right, and
who's been the better side.
I agree with that. A lot of that, though, has to do with the fact that we have one weapon offensively, and because Marshawn Lynch left, and because we traded away linemen to get Jimmy Graham, we created a one-man offense, which is Russell Wilson, and he is literally running for his life with the worst, and that's just my opinion, the worst offensive line in football. I mean, it is awful.
It's bad, yes.
Wayne Brown helped us, but it is terrible.
Yeah, and it's how to fix that is tough, because when you say the whole line is bad, that means we're talking about 5 guys, and you don't just suddenly go, let's get rid of these 5. Let's just bring 5 new ones in, and we'll be a lot better.
And I don't think we should. I think Brown and Britt definitely should stay, and then I think they should just try to. I mean, there's a couple of those guys. We don't know what with Pochek and stuff like that. Like maybe we could keep him. Maybe we can keep him.
Hey, and the
swap guy in and out with him.
And the forgotten name is George Fant. You remember, lost to injury. He was the left tackle.
That's true.
And they were talking about how great he was.
Even thought about him,
a lot of people have forgotten because he got injured so early in the season.
Yeah,
he's going to be here. And where obviously if they keep Dwayne Brown, which I think they will. I mean, people have corrected me saying, well, he's not a free agent. They have him under contract, but again, to keep Dwayne Brown, he's 9.7 against the cap. Again, these are three players you just brought up. 11 million, 8.5 million, 9.75 million, just in those three players alone between Thomas, Sherman, and Brown. So again, I'm saying that's a lot of money. That's the cap is already just gets slammed against. But Dwayne Brown's really good, so he would be a good anchor to that. But George Fant, maybe he's not left tackle, maybe moves to right tackle, and then maybe we draft some new guys, put them in the middle. Who knows? Maybe keep Posick, and then all I need is a left guard. It'll be interesting to see.
It'll be interesting. It's going to be a weird off season for this group of this Pete Carroll era Seattle team. It's going to be a weird off season for this team.
The one name you mentioned there that you want to hope that Cam Chancellor comes back. He's been my favorite player for a long time. I've said it.
Yeah, I agree. He was mine as well.
And
that's just brutal. Like, it's just one of those things where
well, just not only do you miss his talent and his leadership and the fear he brings, because in that game he got injured was one of his best games I'd seen him play when he took down Adrian Peterson.
He looked like he did 2 years ago.
He did, and then at the very end, in the last 3 minutes or whatever that game, he just had a weird tackle, one of those things where his head's in the wrong place, and next thing you know, he's off the field. But from a financial standpoint, he's not much against the cap, but we just owe him a lot of so much signing bonus. So really, if he wasn't injured, it would be no brainer you'd keep him, because
definitely
financially it would have been you're kind of locked into him. So it's actually a shame that he just can't play, because he probably wants to play, and financially it's a great deal for him to play because they gave him a really nice contract. So you kind of need him to play, and so if he doesn't, because out of sure retirement, we're kind of screwed because that money was guaranteed. And so
I feel like even though the cap is a big issue, I feel like keeping if possible, barring injury and things like that, I feel like if we can keep our secondary the way it is, with the inclusion of Shaq Griffin, I think we're fine. I think if we're going to put money into our defense, I feel like we should put it on our line and hope that we can get some more pass rushers in there or some more guys healthy. I'm impressed with what Frank Clark was able to do this year, coming in there, playing every snap.
Yep.
And so I like the potential that he brings. I just hope that we can maybe get one more pass rusher in there.
Yeah. Well, and just to add to that mix, losing Cliff Averill was a huge loss for this year, because it was pretty early in the season, and that was another good pass rusher who went down. And by the way, if he did play and return, $7.5 million against the cap. So just another big money guy in 2018. So big questions for the Seahawks. But I don't know. I have a feeling that one or both of those guys, Averill and Chancellor, may not be back because those injuries just sound not very promising.
Yeah.
Just really sad.
Unfortunately for us, we need to, I guess, rebuild, and I'm just hoping that they can at least shore it up. We don't have to be the I mean, we always hope, but we don't have to be the 2013, 2014 Seahawks D, but we need to do a better job at getting that offense prepared, because they're just all over the place. I don't know if it's the play calling or what it is. I heard what that interview with Doug Baldwin, and what he said. It's not the play calling. It's, quote, something else, but he wouldn't say what it was.
Right.
Whatever it is, they need to fix it.
Yeah, definitely.
Line, running backs, whatever.
Yep. No, and I think we don't need to be a top-tier defense as we were before if we can just get a little more balance in the offense, because, our defense has been other than the Rams game, has been pretty good. It's just our offense just really sucked. And, if we had just a little bit of run game, we would have been in the playoffs. So, and a kicker for that matter. So,
and a kicker, yes, please.
So, yeah. Anyway, so we'll see. It's going to be, you too.
I appreciate you taking my call.
Yeah, well, feel free to join. I'll be doing this hopefully every week, even during the off season. So it'll be fun to reconnect with fans and continue to fan the flames of the Seahawks as all the off season stuff goes on. So thanks for the call, man.
I'm definitely a fan, man. Like I said, I grew up in Renton, so I've been a fan all my life.
All right, yeah. Well, that's my neck of the woods here. So we'll keep you informed and keep the fan base energized because we're going to need it.
All right, Norb, go Hawks.
All right, go Hawks. All right, I'm just going to take a couple more here. I got to get I want to go catch some of this game here, but I'm going to go to the 205. They've been waiting on a long time. What's going on? Who's this and where are you calling from?
This is DJ from Birmingham.
DJ from where?
Birmingham,
Alabama. Well, what's on your mind? Are you first I got to ask, are you a Seahawks fan?
No.
Okay. Who are you a fan of?
Jacksonville.
Of who?
The Jaguars.
The Jaguars. Okay. All right. I think that's the first time I had a Jaguar fan on here. Have you called before? This is your first time?
No.
First time caller. All right. Well, welcome to my channel, to NorbCam. Thanks for calling. And yeah, Jacksonville. Guys are in the playoffs. How does it feel? What's on your mind?
I feel good, but I don't know if we can make it all the way to the AFC Championship game because if the Bills, if we beat the Bills, we might have to play the Steelers again. So, yeah.
Well, you guys got a pretty good defense. We got to see that up close and personal this year, and when we played you guys down there in Jacksonville, the things didn't work out too well for us, even though we did find a way to make it an interesting game near the end. But yeah, you guys got some good secondary in there, good line. You guys got a good running game. I don't know. You guys might be able to put up a good fight against the Steelers this year in the playoffs.
Well, just hope for the best. And hope the Seahawks make the playoffs next year.
So you're a fan of the Jaguars, but you're a fan of the Jaguars, but you're also a Seahawks fan. Is that what you're saying?
Oh no, I was just telling you, hope y'all make the playoffs next year.
Oh, you're just saying hopefully for us. Okay, I got you. Because you're in the AFC, we're in the NFC, so it doesn't really matter, right? I got you. Well, how does it feel to have the Jacksonville Jaguars in the playoffs? This is the first. What is this? The first time since how long?
Oh, 99.
Probably before you were born, right?
Yeah.
How old are you?
10.
How old are you?
10.
You're 10. Okay, so yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's been a while. That first time in your lifetime that the Jacksonville Jaguars have been in the playoffs. Have you ever been to a game?
No.
Nope. Okay, but you've been a Jaguar fan for your whole life?
Ever since one of my favorite players got drafted to it.
Oh, who's that?
Cam Robinson.
Cam Robinson, okay. What year did he get drafted? How long has he been with the Jaguars?
3 years.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's cool. For you, that's a good chunk of your life because at 10, 1 year is 10% of your life, and you probably don't remember much before you were age 5. So you've really only, 5 years of memories of your life. So that's pretty cool that you get to experience this now. So, well, who do you think will be in the Super Bowl?
Jacksonville and Atlanta.
Oh, Jacksonville, Atlanta. Battle of the South. I don't see that happening, but that would be a very unexpected 2 teams in the Super Bowl if it did. Not sure if it'd be a very exciting game, but yeah, we can't see that one coming. But that's cool. How did you find out about my channel? What got you to call in here today?
I watched the Angry Fan, the Arizona versus Seattle Seahawks fan.
Yeah.
The food fight.
Oh, the food fight. Yeah, one of my favorite videos. One of the most popular rival videos I've done. So that's what brought you here? Hello? Still there? Oh.
Go Pack.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, good luck with your Jaguars in the playoffs, and I hope you play spoiler to one of these teams. Take down
We'll probably be the Patriots.
All right. Well, good luck. Thanks for calling in, and yeah, we'll do this again sometime. I'll be on every week. All right. Good luck.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Gonna wrap this up quick. Who do we got here left? Let's go to the 509 Washington. What's up? This is NorbCam. Who's this?
Hey, Norb. My name's Darius.
How do you say your name again?
Darius.
Darius. Okay. And what's on your mind today?
I just wanted to know, do you think we have a chance of signing Caleb Sturgis? He's going to be a free agent kicker this year, and Blair Walsh didn't do well at all this year, in my opinion.
Yeah. So he just became a free agent? Who was he with before? I don't remember.
I think he's a free agent this year.
He was what?
He's a free agent this year.
And nobody's picked him up yet.
No, he played for the Eagles.
Oh, yes. Right. So he's a free agent this year. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely worth the look. If the guys, if no one's picked him up yet, I suppose. Are you saying after the season's over, he'll be a free agent? Is that what it is? After once they get past the season. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure they probably learned a little something there that you can't just get the cheapest kicker around and expect that that's going to solve the problem. So hopefully they learned some lessons from this past year that you got to get somebody, you got to get some quality in there. Not a good place to go cheap, because that cost us the postseason this year, at least part of the puzzle for it. So, but yeah.
Last comment, do you think Russell Wilson has a chance to win MVP?
This year?
Yeah.
No. I didn't think he had much of a chance, even when things were going well and we still had a chance to win. Now, when Philadelphia lost Carson Wentz, I thought, okay, maybe there's still a chance here. But with Seattle, the way they kind of played the last couple games, we weren't very good. So it doesn't make for a very strong case there. So I would be shocked if he did. I think he still is he was the most valuable player for us, because we'd probably be 4-12 if we didn't have Russell Wilson. So he's an MVP in my book, but I just don't think the league's going to look at it that way. Maybe next year. Maybe next year if we can do something. But he was playing like the MVP, because he was single-handedly keeping us in games and winning games for us for a stretch there. Mm-hmm. When we got to that Philadelphia game, I thought for sure that was the turning point. It just seemed like we had it going. Just couldn't wrap it up. Too many holes.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? Who do you think's gonna be in the Super Bowl?
I think either Vikings or Saints and Steelers.
Vikings or Saints or the Steelers. So you're not giving much chance to the Patriots, huh?
No, because I feel like the Steelers could beat them in Foxborough. They could have beat them in the regular season, but the whole controversy if it was a catch or not a catch.
Right.
All that happened. But I think the Steelers have a good chance of beating them in Foxborough.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I agree. I believe that's probably the only team that has a chance to beat them myself, too. So, yeah, we'll see if that's the case. So, yeah, Saints, Vikings versus either Steelers or Patriots is probably most likely the Final Four. So, we'll see what happens. But, look at this. Atlanta's up 13-0 on the Rams. So far, the Rams haven't shown up today. It's interesting.
Yeah, Cooper's had 2 turnovers on special teams.
Oh, on punts? Oh man, I gotta watch this game.
One on a punt and one on a kickoff.
Okay. Wow. Bad day for him. Too bad he couldn't have done that when they played us up here in Seattle. That would have helped our cause. But
yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, thanks for calling, man. I appreciate it. I'm going to actually try to watch some of this Falcons-Rams game here and maybe do a little reaction a little bit later on in the game. So, all right, man. Well, thanks for the call. I'll be doing this every week, so feel free to call in again. Talk more Seahawks.
Yep, see ya.
All right, take care. Hawks. Go Hawks. All right, let's go one more in here. What's up? Who's this and where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Matt from Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh, yeah. I remember you. Yeah. Is it Matt?
Yep, that's right.
Matt. All right. Yes, I remember. You work in that noisy room.
That's right. It's the bed. And I'm at work right now, too.
Yeah, I can hear that.
It's just kind of slow, so it's good. Perfect time for me.
Well, the last time we talked, I think things were going a little bit better for our team. But how do you feel now, man?
Yeah, remember we talked like just before Christmas, just before I was traveling to Washington.
I remember that. I remember that.
Time at Christmas with family. We were supposed to go to that thing in Dallas, but then we went to church, and I said like, church is pretty heavy, so at least like it's kind of like. Yeah, I need to go to church if I wanted Seattle to win. So, and we did. We beat Dallas, so it's good enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was a good win, but we just.
That's so good. And then after that, Christmas was fun, and then it snowed just on Christmas Day.
Yep.
Quite Christmas. Everything was like and then suddenly boom.
Yeah, just I think the sad part is we were just not very good at home. 4-4 at home. I mean, we haven't been that bad at home in a long time. We've always had a great home field advantage, and then to go, we went 8-0 one year, went 7-1 or something, and to go 4-4 in games that, losing that Redskins game shouldn't have happened. Should have beaten the Falcons. Should have beaten the Cardinals, and then the Rams just destroyed us. So I can't really excuse much on that. But 3 of those losses were very winnable games, and to lose those, I mean, that's really what cost us the season.
True. There's a lot of close calls. There's a lot of close games that we should have, could have, would have.
Yeah.
Those are the ones. But then, but for me, honestly, I think I take comfort with what Pete Carroll said during the year-end press conference. Like he feels optimistic about the upcoming team and. Well, since we didn't make the playoffs, it allows our players to have some more rest, and because, I don't think even if we got in the playoffs, I don't think we're going to go any far anyway.
I felt that way too.
With how we're playing, so it's kind of like we better just rest it off, get some better rest, reload, and get our players back from injuries, and then work from there. And it's a wake-up call because I mean, we're still there. That we're still on the brink of making playoffs and can still turn things around. But at least we're not hammered 4-12. Kind of like that kind of record. And then we wake up and then we try to fix things from that where it's totally all destroyed.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of fixable. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's salvageable. So
yeah.
I feel, and for me. I don't know what the case is with Cam. Cam is hard to find, It's
he was
that kind of type of player, enforcer. Yep. But if it's gonna be too dangerous for him, I mean, for his personal, life and safety. I mean, if he doesn't play, then I would respect that.
Yeah.
I think Bradley McDougald is doing pretty good for us.
Mm-hmm.
But what we need to take care of, to be honest, is secondary. Because, we need to be prepared when Sherman goes down or eventually if Earl gets traded, things like that. I personally don't think that I think they're going to stay. I think we're going to move heaven and earth just to make them stay for this time. Earl is playing a high caliber and Sherman too. I think we're stupid if we let them go, and I think we're not going to do that.
Well, I was looking at the cap hit. Those 2 guys, we were going over this for the previous caller, but between Sherman and Thomas, those 2 guys alone make $19.5 million against the cap.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of money for just
me,
2 guys.
I mean, of course, we want to keep them both, but if I'm going to lose someone, I'd keep Earl. Earl is the one that keeps things at the back. As long as my brother and I have been talking about it, as long as we have Bobby up front and Earl at the back, I think we're kind of good.
I said the same thing too, but it's hard to, I guess it's a little easier to think of life without Sherman because we haven't had him after that injury, and we didn't do horribly without Sherman in there.
We didn't do horribly. However, like if we play against like an Antonio Brown or a Des Bryant, we need a lockdown corner, and that's why I'm still not prepared of giving it.
I know. Believe me, I don't either.
I just know, like, the what do you call this? The priority levels of what I would keep if we put our GM hats on.
Yeah.
And I know that we had like Tom Cable. I feel good about him. I mean, he did a good job for what he has.
What about
a short amount of time?
What about Darrell Bevel?
But then Darrell Bevel, it's a toss-up for me. There's a lot of good calls that he made too. Because suddenly it's easier to kind of like think all about the negative things and to throw him under the bus, when things go well. But we have to remember of also the good things that he has brought into us too. But I do know that 2 years in a row of not being able to produce a schematic offense without a good running game, then could be a good change-up or, could help. But for me, as long as we have John Schneider and Pete Carroll, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, well, it looks like those guys are going to be around, and Russell Wilson. As long as we have Russell Wilson too, but we gotta get him some help. We gotta get him some protection. Gotta get him some runners.
Yeah.
And that will make a huge difference. And then we'll see. I have a feeling there's too many names that we enjoy having, and there's just I don't think we can afford them all. So I mean, unless somebody's willing to restructure their deals, which I don't see happening, certain names are going to be gone next year, either because of their injuries, simply like you said, Chancellor or Averill may just not be back. But the Thomas and Sherman deal,
Averill for me is big too. But
I
don't know. But for me, like, if we're going to lose Cam and Cliff Averill, if we can make it work how to keep Sheldon Richardson, that'll be awesome.
Yeah.
I think he did he made like a lot of good things for us during the season. Like, it'd be good to have him, with a pass rush with Bennett. See, I really thought that, this season, of all like our lack of like secondary and like things like that and injuries, I feel our pass rush was there, and I feel like, we were not able to capitalize it as much, but we have good rotation, Dion Jordan and stuff like that. So it's not always Bennett there or something. So we got good rotation. And looking at like the past seasons when we were in the Super Bowl, that's the key. That time we were like stacked and loaded.
Yeah, we had like two lines deep.
Yeah.
We had a whole line that could come in and replace the first line.
It's always like that all the time, and that strangles a team when you can pass rush like that consistently every time.
Well, and that's just the reality of salaries and free agency and all that, because in 2013 we had all those guys for cheap. We weren't paying Russell Wilson. We weren't paying Sherman. We weren't paying Thomas, I don't think, at that point. Everybody was at these basically hungry, cheap contracts, so we could afford all this depth and everything. And eventually you got to pay these guys, and that's the problem we're at now. We got so many expensive contracts, and the guys are getting older. And so what sacrifices is you got to give up something. The linemen, you give up the depth at the defensive line, and then injuries happen, and then you're basically got nothing. You got empty cupboards. So that's kind of what happened to us this year. But tough decisions, man. I would hate to be the GM. It'd be a very difficult off-season. So it'll be interesting.
Before, like I miss like a Zach Miller type, Someone who can block well, but who can catch pretty good,
Yeah.
That's but I'm not ready to also get rid of Jimmy Graham. If we could, hopefully comes into.
You're one of those guys. You're like me. It's like I want to keep this guy and this guy and this guy. And if money wasn't an object, or I should say, the money's not the object. Paul Allen could pay all those guys out of his pocket, but the salary cap prevents us from doing it, and we just can't afford everybody. That's the harsh reality of the system.
For example, if we lose Cam and Cliff Averill, maybe that will free up a few spaces, right?
It frees up the space, but the money, Cam Chancellor, well, we're already out the money. We have $7,500 in dead money with him. So really what it is we don't lose any more money. The cap hit's not that big. We've just already spent it. So it's he's it's just a lost situation where it's like we just didn't get the return if he does retire.
I think our O-line is manageable, they just need to get experience, and of course it's just they're a patch up job, it's not like really solid. And I think Dwayne Brown is important. I think
Justin Britt is I thought solid.
Justin Britt is good because Justin Britt is like very versatile. You can kind of like that's the key with Seahawks players. Seahawks players are versatile, and Ethan Posick, seems to be okay.
He was okay. He got blown up a couple times, but Ifedi's definitely been a problem. I say we put George Fant in place of Ifedi, and then I don't know if we just let him go or what the deal is with Ifedi. I mean, I think he's still in a rookie contract, so I don't think it's really costing us any money.
Who's that other guy? I forgot the name. The guy from Jacksonville Jaguars. On our center.
Luke Jokel. Luke Jokel.
I think he's all right too, and so we just need to kind of like reinforce that. And I don't know if we're gonna get that first rounder that we got last year, the one that in the ATV accident.
Yeah, I don't know about that too.
That would have helped out in a pass rush too. That would see if that.
I don't think he's gonna even play. I don't think he'll ever play.
I mean, to be honest, pardon my French, but he's so stupid. He got drafted by the Seahawks, and your chance of a lifetime, and then you go off four-wheeling and then get hurt. You know what I mean? You protect that arm if you're going to play. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then you probably heard about his arrest in a nightclub somewhere. So that just adds idiocy to injury. So. Anyway,
because we need mental also, but for me, line first, and then running backs. I think we're good with Chris Carson and Mike Davis. Rawls, I would love Rawls, and as much as I would like to keep him, I think I'll get rid of him because he hasn't been the same after the injury, and I think we haven't been using him is because lately we're kind of like poor in protecting Russell. They use the running back to protect, but Rawls is not that.
He's not a very good. He's not a very good pass protector.
For pass protector. So, I say I don't know with Pro Size. I'm a toss up with Pro Size, but if he always gets hurt, might as well get rid of him too.
Yeah, he's not costing us any money. He's just can't stay on the field. He's more like taking up a roster spot than anything else. But yeah, no, he was so good. It's just a shame. He'll probably get released and he'll
IR.
Yeah. He'll probably end up on some other team and then just kick butt and be awesome on some other team, just like what's his name? Forgot his name. The one who went to the Baltimore Ravens, Alex Collins. He'll be another Alex Collins situation. Didn't do anything here, and he'll go off some other team and just be amazing. So we'll see.
That's what a while ago. What let the Titans, creep in and got the win from Kansas. They had a pretty stable running game.
They had a great, those guys destroyed us. They destroyed us when we played Tennessee. Their running backs destroyed us. McFadden and Henry both ran all up and down us in Tennessee. And that was with all our starters in place.
If we had something like that, like even like a glimpse or 50% of that, we would have been.
Yeah, I know it, man.
So I know a lot of adjustments, and but for me, we need to stock up on those linebackers too. See if KJ Wright and it's a lot of.
We have you've listed pretty much every position on the team.
I know,
but it's true.
Me, according to priority, I would say O-line.
Yeah.
And then running back, we're pretty okay. We'll just lose Lacey and Rawls.
Well, I think we still need to get one more in there, but
then secondary, we need secondary.
We need everything.
For me, because I think we're okay too with Shaq Griff and others, and I think they're more experienced. And then if we get like Earl and Sherman, but I'm just thinking ahead, what if we lose Sherman and Earl in a year or two?
Yeah, I know.
What if they're only good for 2018, 2019, midnight 2019, 2020. That's it, and then we're gone.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, then we need to kind of prep for that. But immediately, I think our secondary can stand. I think they'll be, once they get back healthy. We just saw a glimpse of what injury can do.
Yeah.
Linebacker, because other than, so basically O-line, then linebacker for me.
Yeah.
That's those two first. I think we have good enough running backs. So yeah.
Yeah.
But
all right, man. Well,
I
appreciate that. Yeah, we'll see. It's going to be a very interesting off season, but we'll be talking all throughout the off season and yeah. But call in anytime. But I'm going to go. I'm going to try to catch some of this Rams Falcons game. And yeah, you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thanks for your call, man. Appreciate it always.
You too, Norb.
All right. Well, go Hawks.
Baby.
All right, go Hawks.
Okay, bye-bye.
Goodbye.
All right, so that's it, guys. I'm going to jump off here, try to enjoy the rest of this thing here. But I may try to, if this game is interesting, I might stream the remaining part of it, see how it goes. But anyway, thanks for calling, you guys. I appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will talk to you guys soon. Go Hawks.